Hi everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading. This is the Celtic Cross reading, so general messages could apply to anything for you. Take a moment to pause the video if you need to so that you can choose your pile, and the timestamps will be in the description box below as always, along with the cards that I'm using. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, you can find me on Facebook. Hey everyone, and welcome to your reading if you chose group number 1. I'm pretty excited about the cards that are here. Really awesome message for you. So let's start off at the situation. Two major arcanas denoting big shifts. The Chariot and the Fool. So here we are. This is fresh beginning energy and finding the confidence to move forward. It's like a decision's been made now, and it's time to really get to action, bringing this plan to life, bringing this dream to life, getting started on this could be a totally new journey for you, uncharted territory when we see the Fool card. But there's a lot of confidence, determination, and just striving to move forward, to build. The challenge is the process, perhaps. We've got the Six of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is literal process. Both cards are about a process. This is movement through perhaps something that was tumultuous or tricky to navigate or quite heavy, or something it's a shedding of a skin as well. I can see here there's been a bit of that lately for so many. And it's about the challenge may be the getting there. This is quite slow, methodical energy, but it's reliable and grounded, and it shows up. And the message throughout this whole reading is about showing up to what it is you want to create. Show up to your easel, show up to your notepad, show up to whatever it is that your work desk, your creation station. This is awesome. This is like, I just feel like something heavy has been released. Perhaps it was a while ago, and this feeling of loss, perhaps it's just sort of, I feel this feeling of loss or disappointment or anything that didn't work out in the past here, like sort of falling away now. And that energy and focus is being directed towards what is or what will be. I love it. And in the beliefs, more clarity, right? Ace of Swords here. Ace of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. Hold these up straight. So this is, I feel like as well, when we see this slow moving energy in the challenge and rather high velocity when we see Chariot and Ace of Wands, it could be that you may want to be further ahead than you are, or it's just maybe there's a lot of different details you've got to pull together, a lot of responsibility, a lot of juggling, a lot of details, and just trying to make it all run smoothly, harmoniously, trying to be balanced. Like, I feel like you're aware of whatever this new journey is for you. You're aware of what it's going to take. You know what you want. I feel like it's like just gotten clear on what you want, and that could be through all these retrogrades and processing all that we don't want, and all of that releasing that I feel you've been doing here. So this could also be speaking your truth, needing to get clear and speak your truth on what you want. There could be a little bit of indecision, can be represented here by the Two of Pentacles. But you've got to move forward. That's what you do know. Whether you know what direction exactly, we don't know how it's all going to look, obviously. That's a bit of the overwhelm when we see the Fool card too. But yeah. In the root of the issue, strength, justice, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. So I feel you've worked pretty hard to get yourself to this point, and I feel that you've manifested yourself an opportunity to, whatever opportunity has come your way, but an opportunity to step further onto your path and release more of what doesn't serve. I feel like you've perhaps pulled some boundaries here. If this is to do with work, on an old workplace or something, where you've like, this is not for me anymore, or this could be relationship related, where this is a conflict card. 5 of Wands could be too many people involved, too many conflicting ideas, but we've got strength and justice here, so it shows that you've acted within your integrity perhaps, and decided to take action for one reason or other, to perhaps walk away from the 5 of Wands conflict energy. This could just be internal conflict and coming to terms with anything that felt unjust, in regards to what you're creating or what has been, and now where you're going because of that. I feel like it's been a testing time for you, but it's coming good now. Like there's something, it feels like there's something there that's, you passed it now, but it's still there. We're still walking away from it. I don't know. You tell me. Right. In the recent past, we have the 4 of Cups and the Page of Cups. So this could be a literal offer or an apology from somebody if there was conflict like we've seen here. This could be that. And it could, but what I feel mostly when I see this is that it's sort of just that, this is recent past, by the way, so reflective of those retrogrades, in that deep, introspective, reflective state, where you're looking back at what hasn't worked, perhaps feeling a little bit, hard done by isn't the word, just feeling at a loss maybe for in recent past of what didn't work out, or offers that weren't grounded and stable, things that maybe were a bit too dreamy, not grounded enough. Yeah, sort of in a state of release recently, I would say. In the near future, beautiful King. So we've got a Page of Cups up into the King of Wands. So that's a huge process, right? Recent past is sort of reflecting and feeling a little bit about it, and moving forward, we've got leadership, we've got confidence, we've got being grounded, like rooted in nature. You see with the King of Wands in a lot of decks, he's got green shoes because he is so grounded in nature. And this Wheel of Fortune shows the big shift that's on your way, that you're pulling in through these decisions and through this new vision that you have. You're sending it out there. It's coming back. Like, I see a lot of manifestation here. You put your energy in a certain direction, taking it away from where it doesn't need to be, right? Putting it where it does, and you're pulling it in. You're pulling in what you want. You're showing up. I see this beautiful leadership energy here. This could also be an external person with the King of Wands. I do feel a masculine energy here in the outside perceptions, but anyway, so if this is love related, it could be a shift and change within the relationship, and if this is your masculine, you can probably see a lot more passionate connection and stepping up more if it was a progression from the Page to the King there, something dreamy into something maybe those dreams. Yeah, all right, we're not doing love readings. It somehow takes over, and I'm sure that it's there, but I try to steer away from it and keep it separate if I'm doing 2 videos in the week. Well, you know, this is for my non-lovers. Not to say you're not lovers, but you know what I mean. Self-perception. Okay. Self-perception. We've got 3 of Cups, 5 of Swords, and more of that at a loss, but wishing upon a star, I feel, with this card. A little, so still in that self-perception processing, it's and a little bit like you see yourself as that 3 of Cups, and I know you know your potential and your ability and the energy you bring to the table, and so that with the Justice card there as well, it just does feel like in a recent past an injustice or something towards you, some sort of loss here, but you're here waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for transformation. You're waiting for the next leg of your journey. You're just waiting for expansion. Putting this to rest, whatever that is, wishing upon a star, and just you're ready for greatness, and it's coming. Like, I love these cards for you. It's coming. So there's a person around you. This is other people's perceptions, and I feel this person could be masculine and really missing you. I feel this came out in the past. It could be really written, like thinking about you a lot. If this is love related, family, it could be even the workplace. I don't know. So yeah, that came out sort of separate, and could be a separate message that there could be someone, a soulmate or someone from your past that is really thinking about you quite a lot, or watching you go through this process if they are in contact with you. Yeah, reliving the past a fair bit, but also this in the other outside perception of you is seeing that you're putting down a heavy burden here with the Ten of Wands in favor of lifting yourself up. I feel with the Six of Pentacles, you could be receiving help from others, but I feel like you're helping yourself. That's what I do feel here. Others may perceive you as being quite weighed down by this. Maybe they're just, it is heavy. But there's so much positivity here. And I'll turn the Six of Cups back upright again. 6 and 6 here. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Showing that the people around you do see you as just so soulful and generous and kind, and connected and just like home. You've got that energy. You bring that energy of a lot of comfort to people. So I see that there too. In the gorgeous advice from Spirit, look at this. This is where I got excited and tears when I was shuffling. I was pulling it out. So we got the Queen of Wands. Look at that, stepping into your power. We've got King and Queen of Wands, by the way, right? In near future and in our advice. So I do see divine counterpart there in that. But like I said, leaving the love reading alone. This is you. This is spreading your message, spreading your art, spreading your expression and creativity and love and passion and your message. This is that exactly what I was saying. Get to thy easel. Get to thy workstation, creation station, and this is streamlined, focused energy. Just get to your mission. The message here is get to your mission. You know what to do. You know the direction you need to go. This beautiful creative queen right here, represented in both cards. This Eight of Pentacles is a queen too. In my eyes. She doesn't need distractions. She's got something very powerful to do on this planet here, and she's going to do it. And that's you. You're doing it. You may be a he, but let's not get hung up on genders. This is streamlined success. Totally. You're going for it. This is ambition and drive. And we've got that beautiful Mars there. You could be a fire sign yourself. There is a lot of fire energy here. Scorpio, Leo, Virgo, Leo again. Virgo and Leo are quite heavy here. And Cancer too. But, just powerful person. Don't forget that. So here we are. This is so cool too. So bookmarking, is it bookmark? Bookending, whatever you call it. The outcome, I'll put the middle down to show you this. I always love the imagery here. This is you leaving something behind, an old flame, whatever that may be, an old creation didn't work. That's cool. That's fine. We're walking away and the sun is rising on the horizon, right? And this is the sun. This is and then the story's in the middle, but this is the start of your outcome, and this is your end of your outcome. You're going for it. And what's in the middle? Whew. 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups, right? This is 2 aces, fresh, beautiful new beginning. But this is collaboration, finding a team to work with, or finding tribe, or getting assistance, or just your own building as well. 3 of Pentacles it usually does talk about community and assistance and teamwork and collaborating, but if that's not the case for you in your solo, this is still you creating and building, and this is fresh, beautiful new energy. So you walk away from some old creation, didn't work out, that's okay. We're heading towards that sun there in the background, if that, you can see it clearly. And here we go. You get to work, you're doing it, you're bringing in this beautiful new energy that is so supported, prosperous new beginning, gorgeous from the heart space expression, and there you are at the end of your outcome. Love it. Okay, now some gorgeous oracle cards that it's like sprinkles on top of the reading right here. It's so simple. Chop wood. what number is this? 42, chop wood, number 6 again. And this is about getting to thy easel, chopping wood, you've got this great bigger picture of what you want to achieve. It's there. The vision is there, but it's the showing up. It's perhaps going to be slow building. That may be the case, but this is grounded, chop wood, get to work. Crack the whip. Presence, beautiful card, presence. Present to your creation, present to your day. Listening to your needs. Attending to those needs, filling your cup so that you can then, be all that you can. Really looking after yourself and keeping a balance as you create. And then a new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision, and that's more about what you're creating. You can look at this as the grand mission that you may be on, creating a beautiful new earth and shifting paradigms. But you can bring this right down to what you're creating on a physical level too, not global, but just personal. This is, all 3 cards are just very grounded, taking the steps sort of stuff. So I'm going to leave it there. That was so lovely. And I'll see you next week. Hey everyone who chose group number 2, welcome to your reading. I just recorded that whole reading, and then I got to the outcome and then looked up at my screen and it said not recording. So let's do it again. Okay, here we are. Okay. This is the situation where we're at right now. And this is really in the void zone, in this state of between one part of a life and what's next. This is totally a process, a transition that's happening here, and it can be quite overwhelming. We're looking at really huge changes, I feel, for this group. This could be things that just with the 6 of Swords, it does talk about perhaps with the other cards around here, finding it a bit hard sometimes to leave the mental conflict and emotional baggage behind from a situation when moving forward. So you're in a state of releasing that, I feel, and that's not an overnight thing. This is a huge process, I feel, and this can be literal movement away, like over water. I know with restrictions we're not really traveling right now, but this can be a travel card, or either way, this is a huge transition in your life and you are moving forward. It's going to be slow. It's one step at a time. It could be starting again for some people, literally redoing life, like totally starting from scratch for some people here, and looking at your investment and where you're going to direct your energy now, and processing some of the seeds that you perhaps planted that haven't worked out, and therefore you are moving on. So there's a lot of really looking at your investments, your energy, what you're creating, your life, everything right now is just really being put under the microscope for you. In the challenge position, we have this Death card and the Moon. So the challenge could be in this literal huge change, this transformation that's happening in your life. It could be really bringing up a lot of things for you on an emotional level. A lot of intuition is guiding you at this time. You're really hearing those messages come in, and I feel like that's something natural for you anyway. You're definitely in touch. So we also have the 5 of Wands here in the challenge position. So this could be conflict with other people, or too many ideas, or a scattered energy. Like this could just be your energy, because I feel like there's a lot of different facets to this situation, like a lot of different details. This does feel like a huge thing, very entwined or intricate in one way or another. And so the challenge here is that perhaps the releasing of that, and the stepping up away from any of the conflict, to simplify things, to bring things down a little bit, trying to harness a bit of that scattered energy and trying to rein it in, I feel, trying to bring a bit of calm now after something perhaps a little bit tumultuous, trying to ground things and get more information. Sorry, something in my eye. Get a bit more information so you know how to move forward, because I just feel like there's not enough information, or that things are a bit foggy, or things are a little bit overwhelming right now. So to know the way forward can be nearly impossible. Like, but we've got to take steps because the wheel's turning. That energy is flowing. So, yeah, I feel for you there. In the beliefs, I forget what section. How can I do it all the time? In the beliefs, we have. Is that there too? Sorry, I can't because I did the reading before and then I chuck them back down anywhere, not in their spots. I should have fixed that. Sorry. So the Strength card and the Queen of Cups. This is you have perhaps drawing on your inner strength to perhaps create boundaries around you, to protect yourself or to advocate for yourself. And to protect your gentle heart. And I feel like here it's taken a lot of strength for you to deal with all of this that is going on. This is streamlined energy towards a prosperous new beginning too. So I feel like you realize it's going to take a lot of strength to create these changes and also in this moment, not just the bigger picture, but in this moment to harness any of that scattered energy or this feeling of not knowing all the information that you need, but still needing to do something or act. This is streamlined, determined energy towards a prosperous new beginning. You're very well aware that whatever was in the past is staying there. Like there's no going back to that. Yeah, you're very aware of that. And it's just so much right now, that's all. This too shall pass. And so in the root of the issue, I swear I had more cards there. The Ace of Pentacles could have been in the root of the issue, which would be the same anyway, it doesn't matter. The Ten of Pentacles and the Two of Swords in the root of the issue, and that's that indecision or uncertainty. Sorry, the decision's kind of been made. The decision of what's the next step is a little bit there's the uncertainty, but this Ten of Swords, this ending has happened. It's just totally cut off and finished, and I feel like that ace must have been here. Surely it was, and it's this a bit of fear perhaps sometimes, or uncertainty about how this prosperous new beginning and what steps to take and how to bring that about. A little bit overwhelming at times here. In the recent past, we've got the Four of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. So Four of Pentacles is you protecting yourself and grounding yourself, I do feel. And it could be against this King of Cups if this is an external character who has perhaps been trying to emotionally manipulate or control the situation, or control you. This could be the case where you've decided to draw some boundaries and protect yourself from this person or this situation. This can also be your energy where you are being balanced and sensitive to balanced towards your sensitivities within this situation, trying to ground and protect yourself, and some of the emotions might be running quite high at the moment with that Moon card there too. And you could be just really strategizing about how to move forward and how to take care of yourself and keep balance, because I still feel like even though there's something quite large unfolding in your life and a lot of change, at the same time you've still got to show up in all those little things and responsibilities that you have and the people and hearts that you touch. So and you're still managing to do that. You're still like shining every day in your special way, but you're going through a fair bit too. So this is recent past, you're aware of this. In the near future position, we've got the Four of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the World card. So yeah, a little bit of contemplation energy and really thinking about the next steps. This is where you're at right now and moving forward into the future. So more contemplation, feeling at a loss, perhaps feeling like perhaps things didn't work out in the way you'd hoped they would, and really juggling the idea of releasing that, like truly, and closing that chapter and allowing a new chapter to unfold. It really, like, it's so tender. This feels so tender, and you'll know that. So yeah, I love that the World card is here. Like, yes, you're going to go through more of what you're in right now, that some of that deep internal stuff that could be quite scary and bringing things up a bit. But you're closing it out. It's all to close it out. It's happening for a reason. This too shall pass. It's just where you're at right now in the process. And it does just feel so tender. I feel like I've done this reading about 3 times as quick because I read it before, so now I don't know. I feel like there were so many really key points that I made in the last recording that I've probably missed now, because so much came through. God, I hope this is still a good one. So in the self-perception, I love how you've shown up in self-perception as the Queen of Wands. I love it. She is so passionate and purposeful and creative and just on fire. She has a message, she has a mission, she is just, right? And this is you. You have a message and a mission. I feel like this is the way you're showing up. You're continually touching hearts and doing your work. While you're showing up like this for everyone in the background, I feel like, and maybe sometimes you may be feeling a little bit dampened, or like you don't have all that extra energy that you would normally have, but that's because you're going through so much and processing so much. And we've got this Hermit card and the Seven of Cups. So I feel like this is you really trying to use your innate wisdom and your connection to source and the universe, and really reading everything, reading the symbols, reading everything around you to try and gain as much information as you can about how to move forward or the purpose of this. This is needing to move forward without having all the information, and that can be a bit scary. So needing to go within to get that information, and I feel like that's what you're doing. So don't be afraid if well, not afraid, but don't be too shy to take a break for yourself and to care of, step back from any of these huge roles that you fill every day. People can wait for you if you need to take some time. So in this, this is external perceptions. I love this. This is how others are perceiving you, and this is so abundant. At a fresh new beginning. Where was it before? That way. There. Like it matters. So yeah, this is a beautiful fresh new beginning. She's holding that smoky amethyst there. I feel like when she's holding the smoky amethyst just now, I get the message that this is just falling into trusting your intuition when it comes to the steps forward. So this is about not knowing the picture but just trusting blindly here a fair bit. And now we've got the Nine of Pentacles, this gorgeous, self-made, self-sufficient, content, beautiful energy. And this is how others perceive you. Friendly, friendship, joyful, gorgeous connection, supportive and warm, sisterhood and just love, right? So this is beautiful energy for those around you that perceive you. You're such a powerful person who touch many. And that's that Queen of Wands, right? That's who you are. But in the advice, don't be afraid to pull back a little bit and take care of yourself at this time. We've got the Ten of Wands, Four of Swords, and the Hanged Man. So if you are carrying anything that you don't need to be carrying right now, to put it down. I feel like you really don't need to be carrying much at all right now. You may have a lot of responsibilities, and that could be a little bit bold of me to say. But it does, I do see that you're needing to take a break here, take a rest, put down anything that's extra that you don't need to carry right now to really tend to yourself, and release any self-limiting beliefs around this situation, anything that's holding you back. Just take your time with it too. This is a process. You're moving into the near future. It's that Four of Cups contemplation and of closing out the world, closing out this old cycle. I feel like it's a whole new life waiting for you after this. But yeah, still in the closing. So in the outcome section, where I realized I wasn't recording, now I know why my screen was going black all the time, because it wasn't recording. Duh. Should have known. It's okay. So we've got the King of Wands here in the outcome. And the Tower. I'm going to get them all out for you, why not? The Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands too. But starting here, we got this brand new vision, right? And we got the King and Queen of Wands and the King and Queen of Cups. So there is that when I see that energy here, I just do feel like you're somebody who is whole within themselves. I can talk about divine counterparts, but I do feel like it's more talking about your masculine and feminine energy. But anyways, this is a grand new vision, and having confidence about that vision. This is a changing what your long-term picture looked like, and it was looking like. There's some foundations and things that you invested long-term energy into that you thought were it for you, are crumbling or falling apart, falling away, to make way for new visions and a new long-term happiness, success, and creation, whatever it is that you are working towards and building here. So I do feel the Ten of Pentacles Tower is what must and is crumbling for you, and then also talking about what you will create is a whole, I know there's a lot of loss here, of course there is, but there's so much to be gained. And then we have the Nine of Wands too, which I feel is talking about your resilience here. This is such powerful energy, I feel. And it's taking a blow from the situation. Yeah, this is not easy to move through. But you're doing it with resilience and power. And you have what it takes to create this beautiful new beginning for yourself. It's slow moving, and it's going to take some time, and right now it is really tender. But yeah, two more cards came out with the outcome, and it was the High Priestess and the Chariot. So this is about your intuition and taking steps forward, perhaps like I said with the Fool card, with intuition alone. I know you're trying to gather more information right now, and of course you're going to, as it unfolds, more information will be made available to you as you need it. But this is, I feel, taking action based on what you know to be true in your heart, and embodying some of that sacred knowledge that's coming through, and making confident decisions based in that knowledge. So you've had a vision here. You've got two visionary cards, right? Of the bigger picture. This is huge. Okay, so we have some beautiful oracle cards, and number 2, Yin, and this is that receptivity, allowing things to come to you, the information to come to you, the intuition, allowing life to flow through you. And if that's those harder emotions and feelings at this time, then allow them to flow through you. Allow it to transmute and transform. Allow the information to come in. Allow yourself to not need to know everything right now. Just allow. This is not action, this is receptivity. And the advice is non-action right now too. Okay, it's all about self-care. We have two beautiful cards from the Power cards, Transformation and Attraction. Attract what you need. Remember your ability to create and attract the help you may need, assistance, space, anything. Okay, the life in the bigger picture. This is everything. Powerful, right? Powerful. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, High Priestess, Yin. I am talking to a powerful lady or man, whatever. Transformation, more like we got the Death card here too, and need I say more on transformation? You're in the middle of it. And then you've got the Love, Hadarian energy, codependency and boundaries. So this could be boundaries for yourself if you're needing to step back from something to give yourself more space, time and rest, and boundaries against another who may be trying to manipulate or control you or in any which way. But you have got the Love. You've got everything it takes to protect your beautiful heart, Queen of Cups. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. And I hope that gave some clarity, comfort or guidance, and I will talk to you again next week. Bye. Hey everyone that chose group number 3, welcome to your reading, and I'm going to jump straight in with, let's make sure I'm recording. I made that mistake before. Right, so situation. We have 2 beautiful major arcanas, the Hermit and the Star, and the 4 of Wands. And I do feel that the 4 of Wands, it came out as an extra at the end. I thought I'll get one more on that because there was only 2 and every other bunch seemed to have a few cards, so the 4 of Wands came out as to what you're hoping for, what you're wishing for. And that 4 of Wands can be a beautiful marriage commitment, beautiful, healthy commitments within your community, being supported, being recognized, being able to contribute and feel like your contribution is valued. Yeah, gorgeous. You just want healthy love, right? And look, this reading feels riddled with twin flame love energy, so this may not be the case. It may be work related, and I'll try and keep it that way, but I feel like with group 3 it's like the love reading tried to squeeze its way in here very strongly. But let's try and keep this about anything. And this is you in this position right now, and I do see that for all the groups, which is reflective of astrology right now, where we're in a bit of a void zone after coming out of a cycle and before we start another one, perhaps, if that applies. But anyway, here you go. You're really soul searching about trying to get the information about what this means for you, how to move forward, and just wanting to make the right steps. And wanting to apply your energy in a place that's right for you. Now, in the challenge position, we have the 2 of Cups, the Fool, and the 7 of Cups. So a bit of confusion about how to move forward. The 7 of Cups can talk about having not enough information, but needing to make a choice. It could be that there's been, if this is love related, which does feel like for a lot here, this could, or a family connection, could be having trouble harmonizing, could be having trouble coming together and making things work, could be having trouble seeing eye to eye, perhaps, and not communicating well enough could be a factor here as well, not sharing enough, and just, feeling like maybe at a stalemate, perhaps things aren't moving forward at this time. But there's a lot of hope to get things moving forward. In the beliefs area, we have the Page of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and the Judgment card. So this is, you have an ability to tap into the infinite abundance of the universe. I feel like this is a very powerful person. We've got some powerful cards to represent you in this reading. The Page of Pentacles is a brand new manifestation, and so you could be waiting on that manifestation to come on into your life. It looks like you've done a lot of work to create space for this in your life, or at least do what it takes to attract and manifest this by embodiment and learning and releasing, and all that it takes to bring in that which we desire. But yeah, I feel like this is a bit of a waiting period for you, perhaps, to wait and see how it unfolds. Like I said, it's a very paused sort of state at the moment, and not enough information yet. But a decision here is being made, and this is, I feel, coming from a soul level for you to I feel like how do I say? You know what you want to create, and you know what you're capable of. So I don't see settling for less an option for you either, if that applies. Not to say you were considering that, but let's just say the future will only hold what you're worthy of, because you won't ever settle for less. And so don't strive to get there too quickly, if that applies. Because it is a state of reflection at the moment. So in the root of the issue, putting them up backwards, the King of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the World card. So this could be a masculine energy that has been a bit detached emotionally, could be being a little bit cold and challenging you at this time. That could be the case. And this could also be representative of your energy, where you are wanting to detach from your own emotions a little and ground yourself in the face of a challenge, so that you can make decisions based in logic, or at least balanced and not run by your emotions, if that applies and that's been happening. But you're closing out a cycle of challenge here. Yeah, I feel like the end of a cycle, something has finished up perhaps, and it could be hard to let go of or accept that as well. If that applies, I don't. Yeah, I feel like you've been moving through some heavier energy at this time, and it's been a bit of a challenge. And so you're just trying to ground and trying to stick to what you know is your truth, and call on your spirit guides, and hold a gentle hope lit in your heart, because you know that you need to believe to receive, right? So in the recent past, there's some heavier stuff here. We've got that Tower card, 3 major arcanas: Tower, the Moon, and the Emperor. I'll leave that one for a second. And so again, this could talk about a masculine energy, a father figure, or a partner, or ex-partner, or somebody who may have authority over you, or have tried to have authority over you, and there's been some sort of incident that's triggered a tower moment, some sort of chaos, some sort of destruction within the connection, or things that weren't stable blowing up a little bit here, a redirection of life. However this applies, something when we see the tower has come up in nearly, I think, 2 of the readings, or all of the readings. The Tower has been here, and the Moon card in all of the readings. So we are dealing with some deeper, heavy things, some foundational structures that might not have been as secure as we thought, and that's falling away. And all the retrogrades and eclipses we've just had, that's what I expect to see on the other side of something like that. There's these things that we thought were secure falling away. And we see that on a global level too, don't we? And I feel like a lot of that is attributed to Uranus in Taurus. If you're studied in astrology, you would be watching the effects of Uranus in Taurus for the last 2 years, and it's phenomenal. But anyway, back to this. This is recent past, and we've got the Two of Wands as well. So this is a redirection and a whole new journey here, and it could be based on an incident that's happened with a masculine. If this is a love reading, I do feel like love snuck in here, but it could also be any other situation, family dynamics, or something where you've decided you need to perhaps assert some boundaries, or just trying to soften to the situation as well. And anyway, there's a redirection here. This is the old wand, the old story, the old path with nothing to offer. And this is the new journey, and looking forward to the future, making plans for the future with exciting new adventures awaiting. The crossroads has happened. You've passed that point, because that's the recent past. Now in the near future, we have the King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Three of Swords. So starting with these two, this could be that masculine energy. Again, we've got three very dominant masculine energies come through this reading, and it could be that there's more to unfold if this is a love situation. For those that it's not, this is definitely looking at your where you're applying yourself. This is showing up in the physical to do the work to create what you want to create. I know a lot of this reading has been about a state of pause. It's one of those readings where I just can't grab where it's at, so you'll have to tell me on the bottom for this one. I think group 3 last week was the same. I was like, what is this? But yeah, so we got the Three of Swords as well, and the Two of Pentacles in your near future. So, you know, it's still processing and releasing some of the heartache of this situation, and still trying to navigate your feelings and thoughts based in love over fear a little bit, if times things are getting a little overwhelming. Remembering to step back into love, and to soften, and to trust in the path ahead, and that you're so capable. I see this King and Queen and Nine of Pentacles. This could be in the near future, as I said, love related. and you're focusing in on yourself for a bit, you can see the masculine coming back in, perhaps for to try and work things through and to get moving if there had been that pause on and a stalemate of something. But yeah, and thinking if it's to read this as just your energy, yeah, it's definitely showing up in the physical to create change and to take care of yourself. And this is very grounded, nurturing, healing energy too, this King of Pentacles. His presence is just so secure and stable, and I feel like it's you pulling stability in for yourself after a time of perhaps a bit of instability, chaos, and overwhelm and change. So in your self-perception, I love this for you. Ace of Pentacles, the Wheel, and the Empress. So abundant. There's no question about your abundance. It's like, you know what you have to offer. I feel you're so aware of that. And if there's been a situation where somebody hasn't recognized that, then that is their loss. I hope they figure that out soon. Either way, you're moving forward to a prosperous new beginning. You're aware of it. This is self-perception. You know you have the seed in your hand and you can nurture and create whatever you want. You know you have the ability to manifest and create change and to draw in all that you want. Empress, infinite abundance, so much nurturing and love that you have to offer. There's so much potential and opportunity here for you, just because of who you are and how you live your life, right? Your mindset works for you, I feel, in a lot of ways. Challenging at times, yeah, that's life, but you're so powerful. In the way others are perceiving you, 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. So 2 10s bookending the 5 of Pentacles. So perhaps, yeah, looking at it, like the bigger, look at this, look at the 10, that's your long-term stability and your legacy and what you're building, that's showing up every day to build a business or build a home or whatever that bigger picture plan is, your goals. 10 of Wands and 5 of Pentacles is sort of really reflective of this Moon and Tower again in recent past. And this is how others are perceiving you, challenged by the changes, challenged by perhaps being abandoned or left out in the cold or left wanting for whatever reason. Somebody has not seen your worth, or there's been some sort of loss here that you regard it around what you were working towards in a big way. In the advice, Queen of Cups, 4 of Cups, 9 of Wands. So resilience is needed here. With the 4 of Cups, we can see a little bit of just disdain, perhaps sometimes a little bit of depression and sadness about what didn't work out, feeling the need to protect yourself. But you've got what it takes to move through this softly. You know what I mean when I say that? I feel like that's the way you strive to do things anyway, to do things softly. And sometimes certain experiences make it hard to soften, but in the face of those, I feel that you always manage to. And so yeah, this is a really sitting with things at this time. The Hermit card, soul searching. It's where you're at. You're holding hope for what you want to bring in, regardless of whatever this is that's happened and blown up that may have changed and altered things. You're still hopeful for a bright future for yourself and will create it. Empress here. No one can get in the Empress's way. No. Why would you want to? You just stand back in awe at what she's creating, surely. Now the outcome. The Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the 3 of Cups. Gorgeous. I love it. And this is methodically showing up. It's what we were talking about before. Where did we see that? We saw it here. Perhaps it was in the Page of Pentacles. We saw it a few times where there is, you showing up to something and applying your wisdom and applying your love, applying your energy, your focus to what you know is your truth, to what you know you need to be focusing on. There's so much cards here about intuition and spirit guidance, and I feel like you that's something that you can connect to all the time. You don't need these readings for it. These are just confirmation readings for you. So here's confirmation that you know You do know. And this beautiful celebration card, friendship and celebrations. And to me, that says that for those that this was a love reading and there's a situation where you do need to leave something behind, somebody who is perhaps a little detached from you, if that applies there, then this is talking about, you know, touching in with your intuition regarding that, and taking steps towards joyful, beautiful connections that support and nurture you, and not worrying about any that don't. Just let those go, because you have so much beauty and wonder to offer the world. So don't waste time where it's not appreciated, right? That can be hard to come to terms with if that applies, though. In our oracle cards, we have number 5, which can be the number of conflict is orphaned. And this is exactly what I was talking about, people not recognizing your beauty or what you have to offer, and that being their loss, to not try and prove who you are to them. But if they can't see it, so be it. I am a poet today. I don't know where it's coming from. Orphan. So yeah, coming to remember, I feel there we go, the next card, there's the message. My power, coming to remember your power and not spend it on anything that leaves you wanting or left in the cold. 5 of Pentacles, anything. Look at these very heavy, sort of speaks, both body languages here speak for themselves, and there's no need to carry that anymore. We've got the 10 of Wands, then the way others are perceiving you too, there's no need to carry that anymore. I mean, you're gonna, because you're human and you feel, right? And we're in a process, so that's okay. But remember your power and all that you have to offer. You have so much magic potion to offer the world, right? Don't forget that and waste it anywhere. Not a drop for anyone who isn't worthy of your gorgeous nectar and potion and magic. And you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. And this is more about only accepting what is going to be supportive towards you and bring you joy and love and equality and balance and harmony and support. Like, really, not everyone is for you. Not everyone deserves your beautiful light, okay? And, you know, we don't want to we don't want to sit in like judgment, holier than thou or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. It's just preserve your gorgeous light for those that are going to appreciate it and share theirs with you too. I'm going to leave it there, and I hope that gave some clarity or comfort, and I look forward to connecting again next week. Bye.